to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House, and at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the 1. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Outside, Green passes it to Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Westbrook with it, picked up by Davis. The pass to House. Pass to Covington. Shot clock at 6. They double him with LeBron. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. Here's the 3. And LeBron James good for 3.
They don't need LeBron to hit the 3 all the time. They love it.
Green against Harden. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Bradley kicks to LeBron. Back to Bradley. Outside, Davis launches a 3. Rebounded by Tucker.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Lakers on D. Westbrook passes to Covington. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive angle. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
Green, the pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron shot is off. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. House dishes to Covington. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Harden. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Green left side. And Covington sends it back. Davis with the bucket. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Now Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Westbrook against Bradley. Puts it up from 12. Pass to House. And here's Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Tucker finds Westbrook. And Davis sends it back.
You can't take that shot in front of Davis. His reach, his height, his timing. It was never going to happen.
The Lakers in the lead. James looking around. On the wing, James. Over House. That one rolling around and rims out.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Here's Harden. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And for a guard, Harden can be a relentless rebounder.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Harden outside. Lets the three fly. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
The Lakers trail. Outside Rondo. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
A guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by it.
To the middle, here's Covington. And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility, one of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
And he makes the first.
And throughout his career, Robert Covington, a favorite in the advanced stats community. No surprise then that a team like the Rockets valued him so highly.
Yeah, and the decision to go small made easier by his length and his ability to defend bigger players.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Howard kicks to Caldwell Pope. Howard trying to free himself up, but they recover it. Kuzma outside. Over McLemore. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And the mechanics Kuzma possesses are solid. This is why his jumper is so consistent.
Rivers against Rondo. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Passes to Kuzma. Morris kicks to Kuzma. Over McLemore. Rebounded by Covington.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's stolen by Rondo. Kuzma with it. Now defended by McLemore.
Impressive agility of Kuzma. Moves so well towards the rim. Got to seal him off if you're the D.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Poked away, and here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop, and Kuzma slams it in.
Quick instinct of Kuzma. He's going to know when to go after steal.
1:10 left here in the first quarter. Rondo against Rivers. And then Rivers with the dunk. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And here's Rondo. And the pass to Howard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot, high post. Caruso, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
Kuzma against Gordon. Kuzma kicks to Rondo. Back to Kuzma. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound. Inside. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Rivers. And now a 5-point Rocket lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one drops. And Rondo drops them both. James Harden getting it done for Houston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing along.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got Rivers, Gordon out there with DeMar Carroll. Then it's McLemore, and it's Green in at the center position. McLemore with the ball. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, and that's the big-time strength of McLemore. If you were going to foul this guy, you can't give him any daylight to get the shot off, too.
For Houston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Anthony Davis in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switch here also for Houston. Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. And the Lakers with possession here. Trailing by 2. Pass to McGee. Outside, Green. Trying to get open is Davis. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. To the paint. Here's Green. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Down low. Here's Caruso. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
On offense, Davis keeps his head up and maintains awareness. That's how he spots a wide-open man.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting, with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David. McGee against Green. There's the dish to Rivers. He feeds it to Carroll. And Davis sends it back. Here's Caruso. Banked in off the glass. Caruso's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
For Houston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Rivers. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Green. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability. He times it up.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
James checked in for the Lakers. Smith comes in for Alex Caruso. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for DeMarre Carroll. James Harden, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Bradley passes to Davis. LeBron James on the wing, defended by Covington. The shot's good. James has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Here's Westbrook to halt the run. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Both good from the line that time. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known. vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Here's Harden. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Outside Brantley. Here's Davis. Up and in on the layup. Davis has got the lead back up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Covington, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive with it.
The Rockets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Gordon's checked in for Houston. And Covington, no good on that one.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
James, that's a 2-pointer. They get it back. Davis kicks to McGee. Pass to LeBron. Tries again. The Rockets pull it in.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Westbrook. And Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they look to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
Covington, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 4. Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
What about the incredible ball control of James right there? A true point forward who handles the ball well.
1:46 left in the first half of the game. In the foul on Avery Brantley. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Smith. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Brantley. Here is Harden. 14 points for him. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Westbrook against Rondo. Passes it to Kuzma. Takes a 3. The Lakers rebound. Howard, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Great touch on the 16-footer. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket in this one.
And they have been really active on the boards this quarter. Those second chance points are keeping them in the game.
Here's Gordon. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Gordon's floater is so soft, gliding it beautifully over the D, making it hard to block.
LeBron against Harden. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Westbrook, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Rondo's shot is good.
The contact isn't enough to slow Rondo's drive. I mean, he commits to the play and goes all the way.
Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Feeds to Tucker. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Westbrook, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Howard Howard in the post. Guarded by Tucker. Count the basket. Kuzma's got 8 points.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
From deep, Harden. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important